are back again this week with another wonderful WAM lesson for you guys today. We're going to learn more of our wonderful BIBLE dance that we learned last week and some other fun surprises for you, including a special guest. My name is Miss Neal and this is
Josh.
All right, awesome. So, what did we do last week, Mr. Josh?
We learned the first half of the BIBLE song.
So it would only make sense for us to do the second half this week. Do you want to learn?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so first let's learn the words. So, repeat after me. For every tongue and tribe.
For every tongue and tribe.
For every nation.
For every nation.
Is the gospel of the one who brings salvation.
Is the gospel of the one who brings salvation.
And one day every knee will bow before the throne.
And one day every knee will bow before the throne.
Until then, we've been given everything we need to know.
Until then, we've been given everything we need to know.
And then we go into the BIBLE dance that we all learned before. And then after that, we have a cool little hip hop moment. And it repeats itself a couple times. So we say, let's go back to the basics, back to the word.
Let's go back to the basics, back to the word.
Back to the greatest news the world ever heard.
Back to the greatest news the world ever heard.
And then we're going to do that one more time. How about we say those words together? Back to the basics, back to the word, back to the greatest news the world ever heard. And then we do something fun. We go BIBIBLE. And then we go back into the BIBLE dance that you learned before, and that's the entirety of the words. So you know the words now. Okay. Should we learn the dance?
I think so.
Okay, sounds good. So this one's a little bit easier than the first half was. So let's start with this. All right. For every tongue and tribe, for every nation. So you're going to be taking your right hand and you're just going to be swaying it from your right to your left, okay? For every tongue and tribe, for every nation, is the gospel of the one who brings salvation. So when you say one, you're going to show us your index finger. Salvation, you're going to put both your fists in front of each other, and then you're going to bring them apart. Salvation. Okay, let's try that. For every tongue and tribe, for every nation, is the gospel of the one who brings salvation. And then we have our next part, and one day every knee will bow before the throne, okay? So you're going to show us our knee when we get to your knee, when you get to the knee part, okay? One day every knee will bow before the throne. Until then, we've been given everything we need to know. Okay? That's not too hard, right? All right, let's start from the beginning of that part, okay? For every tongue and tribe, for every nation, is the gospel of the one who brings salvation. And someday every knee will bow before the throne. Until then, we've been given everything we need to know. And then we go back into the BIBLE dance. And then we have the movements for our super cool rap, hip hop, get down, get funky part. And so that's gonna go, let's go back to the basics, back to the word, back to the greatest news the world ever heard. Back to the basics, back to the word, back to the greatest news the world ever heard. BIBIBLE. Okay? So we're just gonna be alternating between taking your thumb, pointing it back, getting a little groovy with it, and then switching to the other hand and pointing your thumb back like that. And you're just going to keep alternating while you're singing. And then we get to the fun BIBLE part. You're going to yell as loud as you can, okay? You're going to yell and you're going to take your fists and you're going to go BIBIBLE. Okay? All right, sounds good. So we're going to start from that part. We're going to see if we can do it with the music, okay? So how's that sound, Josh?
That sounds pretty good to me.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's cue up the music.
For every tongue and tribe, for every nation, it's the gospel of the one who brings salvation. And one day every knee will bow before the throne.
LE dance. Woo! Woo! There we go. There we go. We have that fixed. We don't want to give you any spoilers for future songs or anything. Okay, so next week, if you tune in with us again, we're going to be doing the whole thing from start to finish. You're going to take what you learned last week, the first half, and we're going to mesh it together with the second week. Keep on practicing both of those, and you'll be able to do them with us next week, okay? All right, awesome. So now we have a special guest. Do you remember who our special guest was last week? Who was it, Josh?
She had short hair.
Short hair.
I think she always wears a white robe to church.
Yeah, sometimes, I guess. Is it Pastor Katie?
Pastor Katie's house.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think it was Pastor Katie. Well, we have another special guest this week, and they're going to be telling us a story. What holiday is coming up? Easter? I guess it's Easter.
Yeah. Easter.
Well, happy Easter, everybody. We're going to be hearing a story about Easter that's coming up. What's Easter all about? I don't know. Well, we have Sandy Marsh, who's here, and she's going to tell us that wonderful story.
Thank you, Josh. Hello, everyone. It's Miss Sandy. I hope you recognize me. I'm being safe in my mask. I hope you've been seeing people wearing masks because it's important for us to keep everybody safe. So I brought my mask, but since I'm a good distance away from everyone, I can take my mask off and keep them safe and keep me safe. So it's Easter. Happy Easter to you. And while I'd like to jump right to Easter, we have to remember what happened to Jesus on Good Friday. So if you remember, Jesus was put on the cross on Good Friday and he died. And they took his body down and they took him and put him in like a cave, and they rolled a stone in front of it. So this is a story that is about a special friend of his. And are you missing your friends? I'm missing my friends. We can't really be with our friends right now. And it makes me sad. And Mary of Magdala, was Jesus's good friend, and she was very sad that Jesus died. And so she decided early one morning she felt she could be close to him if she went to the cave where they had put his body. So she went there, and when she got there, the stone had been rolled away, and it was a big stone. And she looked inside and she saw two angels. And it kind of scared her, and she kind of started crying, and she was worried because Jesus's body wasn't there. And so the angel said, "What are you doing here?" And she said, "I'm looking for Jesus, for my teacher, for my friend." And they just kind of shook their heads at her, and she turned around and she saw someone who she thought was the gardener. And he said to her, "Why are you crying? Why are you so sad?" And she said, "I'm looking for my friend, my teacher, for Jesus. I don't know where he is. Do you know where he is?" And the man said, "Mary." Now, do you know people who, when they say your name, you don't have to see them, you just know their voice and you know who they are? Well, Mary knew that was Jesus. And she was so excited. She ran towards him, and he said, don't come close, don't touch me," which is kind of how we're living today. I can't hug everyone I want to hug. I can't kiss everyone I want to kiss because I'm trying to keep people safe. But he told Mary that her job was to run and tell the good news to the other disciples that she had seen him, that he had risen from the grave. And that's why we have Easter. That's why this special day, because, well, Jesus rose. And so I want you to think about today the people, your friends, the ones you miss, maybe the ones you call, or you write them a note, or you draw them a picture, and you let them know you love them. And I want you to remember that your best friend, Jesus, is always with you, and we know that because of this special Easter day. So before I put my mask back on, because I want to be safe, if you would join me in a short prayer. Dear God, please keep us all safe. Thank you so much for Jesus and for this special Easter day. And we'll just thank you. Amen. Okay,
Amen.
I'm putting my mask back on, going back out. Be safe.
Woo, thank you. That was wonderful. Mr. Josh is going to move that bench for us really quick. That was a wonderful story time. we got a nice little taste of what Easter is. Easter is a time where we're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be happy that Jesus has rose and Jesus is with us always. What's a song that we know about being happy?
Oh, I got one.
What's one? What is it?
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Okay. All right. So we're going to sing, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. We're going to be clapping our hands and stomping our feet and pulling our ear and raising our hands and saying amen. So are you ready? Okay. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, pull your ear. If you're happy and you know it, pull your ear. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, pull your ear. If you're happy and you know it, raise your hands. If you're happy and you know it, raise your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, raise your hands. If you're happy and you know it, say amen. Amen. If you're happy and you know it, say amen. Amen. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, say amen. Amen. Woo! That was awesome. I hope you guys had a good time and that you can sing that this week. We have one more song that we want to teach you guys this week that has a lot to do with what Miss Sandy March was just talking about. She was talking about washing your hands and staying clean and how all of that's so important right now to protect ourselves and to protect others. So if you know happy and you know it, it might be easier for you to learn this song that we made. It's called Wash Your Hands, the Wash Your Hands song. So we're going to teach it to you, and we're going to be doing this the next couple weeks, okay? So pay close attention. Okay, we're going to sing it for you. And Mr. Josh is going to do a nice little interpretive dance back here just to keep y'all entertained. All right. If you like to play outside, wash your hands. If you like to play outside, wash your hands. If you like to play outside and you like to run and hide, even if you stay inside, wash your hands. If you use the potty, you should wash your hands. If you use the potty, you should wash your hands. Whether you go one or two, you'll be clean as long as you learn to scrub-a-dub-a-dub, wash your hands. If you want to eat a snack, wash your hands. If you want to eat a snack, wash your hands. If you're really, really hungry, but your hands are super germy, learn to scrub-a-dub-a-dub, wash your hands. Scrub-a-dub-a-dub-a-dub, scrub-a-dub. Wash your hands until the song is done. Scrub-a-dub-a-dub-a-dub, scrub-a-dub-a-dub-a-dub. Soon you'll learn that getting clean is super fun. There you go. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you had a whole lot of fun. Join us next week for more.